Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered if we are truly alone? It is a question that has captivated humanity for centuries. We gaze at the countless stars, each a distant sun, and ponder the possibility of life elsewhere in the vast, silent universe. We have sent probes and rovers to our neighboring planets, listening for faint signals from the cosmos. For decades, our search has been outward, a quest to find others. But now, a new chapter in our cosmic journey is beginning. We are no longer just looking. We are sending a piece of ourselves out into the great unknown, a message that carries the very essence of what it means to be human. We live on a fragile planet, facing threats from climate change, asteroid impacts, pandemics, and even our own technological creations. The history of life on Earth is punctuated by mass extinction events, and there is no guarantee that humanity will be exempt from the next one. The idea of a backup for humanity, therefore, has a powerful appeal. It is a form of planetary insurance, a way to safeguard our existence against catastrophe. By sending our genetic code into space, we create a repository of human life that is independent of Earth. As we stand on the precipice of this new cosmic era, we must also pause and consider the risks. Sending our most intimate biological information into the unknown is a monumental step, and it could have consequences we cannot yet foresee. Once a capsule of DNA is launched into space, it is effectively beyond our control. We cannot recall it. We cannot update its terms of service. What if it falls into the wrong hands? Could a future corporation or government retrieve this data and use it for commercial or surveillance purposes without our consent? So, how exactly do we send something as delicate and complex as human DNA into the harsh environment of deep space? Scientists have developed several methods to achieve this. One common technique involves dehydrating the DNA, removing all the water to place it in a state of suspended animation. Once the DNA is prepared and secured, it needs a ride into space. The capsules containing the DNA are incredibly small and lightweight, sometimes no bigger than a coin. They are carefully integrated into the spacecraft, ready to be deployed into a specific orbit around the Earth, sent to the Moon, or even propelled on a trajectory that will eventually take them out of our solar system entirely. The idea of sending our genetic legacy into space has shifted from science fiction into reality, thanks to pioneering companies and non-profit organizations like the Arch Mission Foundation. Their missions involve creating durable archives that are designed to last for billions of years, containing vast amounts of human knowledge and, crucially, samples of human and terrestrial DNA. The process of contributing your DNA is often remarkably simple. For many commercial services, it starts with a kit sent through the post. A customer provides a sample, usually just by swabbing the inside of their cheek, and that sample is then sent to a lab where the DNA is extracted, stabilized, and prepared for its journey. At the very heart of the drive to send our DNA into space lies a profound and primal instinct: survival. We live on this single tiny blue dot in the vastness of the cosmos, vulnerable to existential threats. This awareness fuels the argument for creating an off-world genetic archive. It's a modern-day Noah's Ark, built of advanced materials and sophisticated science. The hope is that in some distant post-cataclysmic future, this genetic legacy could be discovered and used by surviving humans, or even a benevolent alien civilization. They could use our DNA to resurrect humanity, giving our species a second chance at life on a new world. Beyond species survival, there's a more philosophical motivation, an innate human curiosity. For millennia, we've looked to the stars and asked, are we alone? Sending our DNA is the next logical step in this quest for connection. It's a way of reaching out across the interstellar void, a cosmic handshake offered to any intelligent life. Unlike the golden records on the Voyager probes, DNA offers a far richer and more complex story. It's a message written in the universal language of biology. An advanced civilization could potentially learn an immense amount about us from this single molecule: our evolutionary history, our biological relationships, our genetic diversity. Looking beyond survival and communication, sending our DNA opens up tantalizing future possibilities. The DNA we send could become the foundational code for seeding life on other worlds. This stored DNA could serve as an invaluable resource for future scientific research, unlocking new insights into human health, evolution, and aging. As we embrace the cosmic time capsule, we must confront a deeply unsettling modern ghost, the loss of privacy. Our genetic information is infinitely more personal than our browsing history. Sending this data into the uncontrollable void of space represents an unprecedented and irreversible surrender of privacy on a scale we've never before contemplated. The act of sending DNA into space raises fundamental questions about ownership. When you give a sample to be launched into orbit, who actually owns that genetic information? The legal frameworks surrounding this question are murky at best and almost non-existent in the interstellar context, creating potential for exploitation on a cosmic scale. Perhaps the greatest risk lies in the realm of the unknown. This is the classic Pandora's box scenario. In our eagerness to create a legacy, we might be unleashing something we cannot control. Our well-intentioned message could become the source of a biological plague for another species, making us unintentional villains in a cosmic drama. Within the scientific community, the debate is not a simple yes or no, but a complex calculus of risk versus reward, with brilliant minds on all sides. On one side, you have passionate advocates from astrophysics and astrobiology who see this as a logical extension of our exploratory nature. Ethicists and philosophers focus on deeper moral questions. They ask not just can we, but should we? Their primary concern is often the principle of consent. A person may consent to their own DNA being launched, but they cannot consent on behalf of their descendants. Beyond labs and lecture halls, public opinion is a fascinating mix of awe, excitement, skepticism, and fear. For many, the idea sparks wonder and resonates with a deep-seated human desire for exploration and legacy. Imagine it is the year 2250. Your great-grandmother paid a modest fee to have her DNA launched into space, a personal tribute to her love for the stars. Now, in your time, a biocorporation has retrieved that genetic data, and you're living with consequences of a decision made by an ancestor who could not have foreseen the implications. In April 2019, the Israeli spacecraft Bereshit attempted to make a soft landing on the moon, carrying a lunar library containing human DNA samples. A technical failure caused the lander to crash, scattering its contents across the lunar surface. This real-world event serves as a powerful cautionary tale. Consider a charismatic tech billionaire announcing the Humanity Seed Bank, a project to create the largest genetic archive in history. Years later, facing financial difficulties, the company begins secretly licensing access to this DNA data, turning the philanthropic project into a commercial goldmine. We stand at a remarkable crossroads in human history, where our technological reach extends beyond our planet in profound ways. Throughout this journey, we have explored powerful hopes and darker, more complex risks that demand our utmost caution. So, as you look up at the night sky, consider this monumental choice. Do we remain silent, safeguarding our secrets on our home world, or do we cast our most intimate story into the cosmic ocean? The decision rests with us in this fleeting moment of cosmic time. The message we choose to send, or the choice to remain silent, will be our final and most enduring statement to the universe. The question is, what will it be?